don't know Big Bad Wolf that well. I think I have probably some of you might know because I have spoken about the story before. Big Bad Wolf started with a mission to increase readership, a mission to increase English literacy. So when Big Bad Wolf started in Malaysia in 2009, before that we had a small little bookstore in Malaysia. 2007 is when me and my husband opened our first bookstore. It's only 500 square feet, so you can imagine how small it is. The mission is to bring the book prices down so that more people can afford to read. I think in most part of the world where our currency is not very strong, anything imported is very, very expensive. At that time, the newspaper was reporting only 2% of the population is reading, back in Malaysia. I know Sri Lanka, you guys read more. And I feel that is such a blessing. Right? So when you want to convert a non-reader to a reader, when you want to tell someone the joy of reading, it's almost impossible to explain unless you have read a book yourself. Right? So the only way that we could encourage is for the children. If the parents do not read, most of the time the child don't get to read, right? Because who else is going to cultivate the habit if you don't grow up with books, if you don't grow up with an education system that encourage reading at the same time. So prices is one very important factor, right? If the book is not affordable, it's very hard for the parent to be encouraged as well to buy a book for a child to try to encourage them to read. So with that in mind, we started the bookshop with the similar discount, 50 to 80% at that time, just to make it easier and less of a burden for parents at that time. It's not just children books, of course we have books for adults as well. But you know how difficult it is for one tiny bookstore in one small little neighborhood mall in Malaysia to do that. It's almost impossible. So in 2009, 2 years after opening the bookstore, where we have a small little customer base, we created an event called Big Bad Wolf. You know that when you go to an event, whatever event, when you go to an event, normally you don't go alone. You go with someone else. And that someone else that you bring is that person that we hope to convert. It's that person that we hope could be inspired, by looking at the books. If you don't go to a bookstore, you actually don't know what's out there, right? And with the prices low enough for you to want to try buying a book that seems interesting, that is the whole mission of Big Bad Wolf. And for our customers, our primary customers who are of course readers, who are excited to come to the fair, they are the ones that are going to be a strong advocate for Big Bad Wolf because they're going to be so excited because you know the value of books. You know that, the people who are so excited like yourself are the ones who like, oh my god, this book is 600 rupees, right? And what we are hoping is that you know the value of book, you know what kind of joy it brings to your life. We're hoping that you could buy one more to give to a friend or your friend's child, or even the book that you read, share with someone else, right? So that is primarily the gist of Big Bad Wolf, and that is why the price is the magic factor of why it will work. It's only when the book can be made affordable that we could spread that joy.
Last time, the head count was over 200,000 people who visited the sale. So, to complement and supplement what Jack said, yes, you're right, because Sri Lanka, our literacy rate is very high, readership is very high. But then, with the economic conditions, if we don't get the books at this price, then it's not affordable. So thank you once again, Big Bad Wolf. So, to add to all that, I should always say that the people who participated really enjoyed, and the response that we've got is immense.
I think the most important, our biggest star for the year and for the show are these. These are our augmented reality books. What they do is help children who are not naturally inclined to reading take that first steps into picking up a book. Admittedly with the help of a device, which many kids are quite used to using tablets and phones, but that is not a step into reading. The first step to reading. And with these books, we will have a demo later for you, but the idea is to get children activated and understand that there's more to reading books than just words and pictures. This is a gateway to greater imagination, and that's what these books do. So this is the star of the show this year. We have 13 different titles to choose from. But we also have many new books compared to previous years. I'm just picking on what Jack and Nishan mentioned, and regarding Sri Lankans being more avid readers than say Malaysians. And this is something we found in our last 2 years, where in other countries, naturally people would buy books for their children first and then buy for themselves. The trend here is a little bit different. People buy books for themselves first. And if they have any extra budget, okay, let's buy the kids some books.
Yeah, that sounds like just why would you like to share?
The thing is that what I have learned recently, where so much books on mindfulness, and spirituality, what I have learned is that everything that happened to us is for a reason. Yes. And everything that happened to us get us to where we are today. And to be in this very privileged position, to own a business that has this purpose, that is able to create, able to inspire, able to empower so many people in the world, I felt tremendously privileged to have this, and to able to bring forth, while we do in a very small way, to be able to change the world one book at a time. And we are in 10 countries now. We are doing 32 cities this year, and the business continues to expand. But every new city that we go, where you see, you brought so much joy, where you can see with your own eyes, you can feel with your heart, the smile on people's faces, the joy, through readerhood, where you go to underprivileged children and communities. You feel that how else could be so blessed for you to have that opportunity to reach out? And we are still continuing to grow in that sense, right? But if you talk about, so I won't change anything, because whatever I've changed, I don't think I will be who we are today, to meet and fall with my husband, to be able to start this business and so forth, right? The people that we met that make the whole business possible, the team that we built. We started with one little store. I only got one employee at that time. Yeah. Now we have 680. Every single country we work with a local partner. If not, it's impossible. That's the very step one of Big Bad Wolf. We need a local partner that could also view this business not as a commercial business, but as a mission. It takes someone with a very big heart.
It's like every other book, but what makes these books special is the AR technology, as was shown in the video. So, first things first, in order for this to work, we should download the Hippo Magic app, which can be downloaded for free on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. So once the app is downloaded, you click on it, and it will come to this interface where you can scan the cover of the book. And if you're a new user, you might have to download the book. And once you download the book and scan the cover, the book will automatically come to life, and the characters of the book will give a brief introduction about what the book is all about. And once you open the pages, you might notice that there's a small Hippo Magic logo here. So the pages that has the logo can be scanned, and the pages that don't have the logo cannot be scanned. There's a simple reason for it. The reason is that we want to encourage children to not solely depend on the device to read the book. So we want to also encourage children to read the book on their own and then be mesmerized by the characters that come to life. So as you can see, yes, now it comes to life. Sorry about that. So the characters will give different activities to the kids as well. So in this page, for example, the character will encourage the kids to color on the pages. So these little paint bottles that you see here can be tapped, and you can color on the page. So this will pique the kids' creativity and help them be more creative and pique their interest as well. Yes, so we do have different series of magical books. One is an educational series and one is a story-based series. And we have 13 titles that we're bringing to the sale this year, priced at Rs 900 each.